Hey guys, let's work on this color pencil project. I'm going to begin by working on the grid on my paper, and the link for the video on how to create the grid will be linked on the description. It would be explained more in detail what to do. So once I created my grid, my paper was 12 inches by 9 inches, so I do have to cut it because my picture is only 9 inches by 9 inches. So I am removing here the extra piece of paper that I will be needing. And this grid method helps us put everything in place. If you notice here, I am looking at everything where it's placed, and I'm going to start right there on square number 2. I could see a little corner of the bird, and if you notice, I am doing just some sort of strokes, light pencil strokes. I'm drawing the outline of the bird, and because the outline of the bird is not a straight line, that's why I'm creating that feather-like effect on the top part of the bird. Here on the beak, I am doing a straight line because the beak does have a straight line. And this grid technique drawing method is really important to draw what you see instead of drawing what you think it is. The lines are there to help you position and put everything in place in the correct place where it should be. I'm gonna finish drawing this or sketching the bird, and it doesn't have to be very detailed. This is just a basic outline of where I'm going to be placing the colors and things like that. This is not going to be a pencil drawing, it's going to be a color pencil drawing. That's why my sketch needs to be very basic. I don't need a lot of detail. Okay, once I have most of my sketch done, I'm going to start erasing my grid. Now, I've said this plenty of times, it's very, very important that when we're drawing, we draw very lightly because we are going to be erasing that grid, and you don't want to leave behind any marks behind, any pencil marks behind. So I'm going to start with my color pencils, and I want you to notice how I am coloring very lightly, because when you use color pencils, the correct way to blend them is by layering the colors. So I'm going in with a very light shade of green, and then I'm gonna build my color over that. I'm gonna go in with a darker green and going with the darker areas, trying to put in the darker areas just like the picture where I see dark green areas. I'm placing that dark green in there, and then I go back with the same green that I used initially, and I'm gradually, little by little, adding more and more color. I decided to use a different shade of green because if you look at the picture, it was a darker green, but the correct way of blending color pencils is by layering them. So you, little by little, start building up that color, putting layers of layers of the greens and the different colors. Okay, and here I moved on to the second color, which is blue. And one thing I want to point out is I want you to notice how the edge of the bird is not a straight line, and that's very important because you want to make this look most realistic as possible. So the edge of the bird's head is not a straight line, so you want to leave that those like feather-like strokes with your color pencils. So it's important that you also do the same thing on your drawing. here is a close-up of what I have done so far. Now you guys will continue working on yours and get started. This is the final picture. I hope if y'all have any questions, let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed this assignment and have fun.